Perfect. So today I'll be presenting on the challenges from globalization. So start it right. All right, boys. So hope studying's going well. Mr. Clark, hope you're having a good day. Today I'll be presenting on the challenges from globalization created by yours truly. So just a little intro. What is globalization? The Oxford Dictionary defines globalization as the process by which businesses or other organizations, including countries, develop international influence or start operating on an international scale. So it's a country or business or organization's way of expanding their grid and getting more involved in the world. So what sort of things involve globalization? Countries can expand their trade by creating tariffs on other countries or drilling oil in new places or just finding new ways to trade with different countries. A great way of globalization is the FDI, the foreign direct investment. And so this definition, taken straight from AP Classroom, says that a foreign direct investment and multinational corporations can pose a challenge to a government's foundational economic and political principles. So this is a country's way of directly investing in another country. Another great way of globalization is international organizations. So international organizations are any groups that from around the world that are coming together to achieve a certain problem or they have a common goal. International organizations can provide an exchange of goods, shared knowledge so they can spread their ways of life, their recipes, their blueprints, everything. And so this is often very neoliberal, which can lead to problems. Starting from the downsides of globalization, so some of the challenges that are coming is pollution. So globalization involves building new factories, getting more involved, and this can also come with pollution. So factories are emitting this gas and polluting the water, and foreign problems are also involved where some countries aren't happy with the prices that you're selling them at, you're selling your goods at. So there's always some sort of issue. And so now finally, how can globalization challenge regime sovereignty? So a country can limit its global trade and stop producing. So from examples from the AP6, we have Nigeria. So Nigeria is one of the biggest countries in Africa for oil drilling. And so a way that globalization, so some of the challenges that have come from it is that Nigeria is so dependent on this oil drilling. And so as a way to make the Nigerian government a little bit angry and to make them want to buy the oil at a higher price, privatized companies have limited their drilling. So it's a classic supply and demand. So the government's super dependent. So now coming back to like China is the lead, China and India, but China really is the lead producer of the world's air pollution. So there's so many environmental problems with all the factories they have, like Linfen, which is the most polluted city in the world. Other countries are also able to influence each other. There's just kind of a big issue going on right now between all these African countries and a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, like what's happening over there. So one big thing that's happened in the past was that the UN imposed sanctions on Iran after they began testing with uranium. So the UN got together, all this group of countries, and decided that Iran was a threat for all this uranium testing. So they imposed sanctions and like heavy tariffs that just totally messed them up. And that's it. So I hope you can understand now some of the challenges that globalization leads to some of the AP6 countries. One final thing I will say are some solutions, some ways to fix these challenges. China needs to implement more greener technologies if they want to improve their water and air quality, and Nigeria needs to become less dependent on their oil industry. And another good thing would be if China lifted their internet censorship. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much.